with us as we go on a chocolatey journey through Cadbury World, Birmingham. I'm Clarissa from Travels Unfiltered, and it's time to get into it. Nestled in the charming town of Bourneville, Birmingham, the Cadbury Chocolate Factory is a legendary chocolate paradise that has delighted taste buds since 1879. Join us on an exciting journey inside Cadbury World, where we'll uncover Cadbury's sweet success story and explore what makes this chocolate paradise so enchanting that it simply must be on your travel bucket list. As you'll see in this video, Cadbury World features 3 captivating sections. First, there's Cadbury World itself, where you can explore fascinating exhibits, learn about the history of chocolate and Cadbury's own storied past, and even get a behind-the-scenes look at how chocolate is made. Next, there's Cadbury's 4D Chocolate Adventure Cinema, a sensational cinema ride that takes you on an exciting journey through a world of chocolate in an immersive 4D experience. Lastly, there's the Bourneville Experience, a museum-like exploration of Cadbury's incredible creations and a deep dive into the history of the town itself. Now that you have a glimpse of the Cadbury World attractions, let's dive into our unfiltered review and take you on a walkthrough of our delightful experience at this chocolate lover's paradise. Upon arriving at Cadbury World, we were greeted by the unmistakable Cadbury purple adorning street posts, lamps, and buildings throughout the area. As we made our way to the 4D Chocolate Adventure, we stumbled upon a delightful surprise, the African Adventure Outdoor Kids Playground, brimming with African-themed fun. This charming oasis is the perfect spot for kids to unleash their energy while parents relax, take a break, or enjoy a delicious lunch. Surrounding the playground, we found a variety of food and drink vendors offering an array of sweet and savory delights. Whether you're craving a quick snack or a satisfying meal, this area promises to tantalize your taste buds and keep you coming back for more. Continuing from the African Adventure area, we arrived at the 4D Chocolate Adventure. As we stepped in, we were handed our 4D glasses, brimming with excitement for what lay ahead. The waiting area was adorned with vibrant chocolate factory graphics, setting the perfect mood for our journey. A short film introduced us to the characters and the fantastic world we were about to dive into. Although the animation felt a bit dated, the anticipation was palpable. When the cinema doors finally opened, we were welcomed into a charming Cadbury-themed cinema with plush, spacious 4D chairs ready to take us on a magical ride. While we couldn't film the screening, we can assure you that the storyline captivated us, and the 4D effects made us feel like we were right in the middle of the action. Exiting the cinema was like stepping into a wonderland. The walls came alive with animated characters and beautifully crafted frames, and the decor was simply stunning, with intricate details and 3D objects enhancing the magical atmosphere. We stumbled upon a fun photo point, perfect for capturing memories of this sweet escapade. Though we skipped the photo op, it's a fantastic chance to snap a unique Cadbury-themed souvenir of your visit. After the thrilling 4D chocolate adventure, we strolled through the captivating African Adventure area, eagerly making our way back to the iconic Cadbury World building. With a bit of time to spare before our next session, we decided to explore the delightful Cadbury Cafe, located right inside the building. This charming spot offers a tantalizing range of sweet and savory treats, perfect for boosting those energy levels. Unlike the outdoor vendors in the African Adventure area, the Cadbury Cafe boasts a wider selection of savory delights, including freshly made sandwiches and rolls. And let's not forget the mouth-watering desserts and donuts that look simply irresistible. The cozy seating area adds to the inviting ambiance, making it an ideal place to relax and indulge. It's here that you can also experience a unique character-themed afternoon tea experience. If you're interested in doing this, you can easily book this delightful experience through their website, which we've linked in the description box for you. Now, it was time for the main event, the Cadbury World Experience. We lined up to scan our tickets, and as we entered, we were handed a piece of delicious Cadbury chocolate with the promise of more to come. Our journey began as we stepped into the mesmerizing Aztec Jungle, eager to uncover the rich history of chocolate. Transported back to ancient Mexico, we found ourselves amidst a lush rainforest, complete with towering trees and cascading waterfalls. Here, we delved into the fascinating origins of the cocoa bean, discovering its significance to the Mayan and Aztec civilizations. The Aztec Jungle was a visual and sensory delight. The intricate decorations made us feel like we had stepped into an ancient world with abundant foliage, vibrant greenery, and the enchanting sounds of the rainforest, enhancing the immersive experience. Each scene was meticulously crafted to narrate different parts of the chocolate story, featuring interactive screens that provided engaging information and fun games, perfect for keeping kids entertained. The attention to detail was astounding, from the authentic costumes to the carefully chosen props. We were pleasantly surprised to find ourselves getting a glimpse into the Aztec lifestyle, something we hadn't anticipated but thoroughly enjoyed. This enchanting exploration of chocolate's ancient roots made our Cadbury World adventure even more magical and unforgettable. Next up was the journey to Europe, where we traced the fascinating history of chocolate as it traveled from the Aztec Empire to Europe. This section showcased the transformation of chocolate from an exclusive luxury for the elite to a beloved treat enjoyed by the masses. While we found it quite intriguing, we noticed it wasn't the most captivating for kids. This segment offered a wealth of historical historical information through pre-recorded and timed projected scenes. However, the small size of the projections and the overlapping sounds from one scene to another slightly disrupted the immersive experience. But despite this, we managed to absorb a lot of valuable insights about chocolate's rich history. One great thing about this section is its flexibility. If you're not a history buff, or you have kids who get bored easily, or just want to move on, you can easily skip ahead to the next exciting part of the experience: St. James's London and Bull Street, Birmingham. This was a major highlight of our visit. We stepped back in time to a recreated Victorian world with St. James's London on one side of the room and Bull Street, Birmingham on the other. Immersed in the historical ambience, we explored the original Cadbury shop facade and learned about the profound impact the Cadbury family had on England. A particularly engaging feature was an educational video featuring an actor portraying John Cadbury. He shared captivating stories about his life, how he ventured into the chocolate business, and the remarkable journey of the Cadbury enterprise. The scenery and set design were truly spectacular. Storefronts were recreated with an incredible attention to detail, showcasing items that would have been sold during the Victorian era, authentic signage, and charming old street lamps. It genuinely felt like we were strolling through a Victorian street. The level of detail was absolutely mind-blowing, making this part of the Cadbury World experience unforgettable. Once the educational video wrapped up, we moved onto the Cadbury Story. Stepping inside, we found ourselves in a hybrid cinema theater where projections came to life on theatrical stage surrounded by props, keeping the immersive experience alive. After this film, we were guided to the next cinema for the following chapter of Cadbury Story. The second cinema had a more traditional theater setting with elegant red decor and charming Cadbury characters depicted in theater boxes on the sides. A standout feature here was the immersive seats that vibrated and shook in sync with the film. This added a fun and interactive twist to the viewing experience. Although the back-to-back cinema experiences felt a bit repetitive, they were undoubtedly educational. We did feel that incorporating more sets or interactive elements could have made learning about Cadbury's story even more engaging and entertaining. Nonetheless, the cinematic journey through Cadbury's history was informative and provided a deeper appreciation for the beloved chocolate brand. After the cinema presentations, we found ourselves in a nostalgic arcade filled with retro video game machines, each playing pre-recorded videos explaining the manufacturing process of different Cadbury chocolates. At first, this was quite interesting, with a couple capturing our attention. However, the novelty wore off quickly, and we, like many others, moved on to the next section after trying a couple of the machines. While the arcade concept was fun and informative initially, it would have been great to include some genuine Cadbury-themed arcade games in this section to keep the experience entertaining and interactive. As we moved on to the next section, we stumbled upon a captivating chocolate demonstration by one of the delightful and entertaining Cadbury staff members. She skillfully showed us how to transform liquid chocolate into solid form through the art of tempering, making the process fun and exciting. This was our first up-close and personal chocolate interaction, and it was absolutely fascinating. Both kids and adults were thoroughly engaged, mesmerized by the hands-on demonstration. It was a highlight for everyone, adding an extra layer of excitement to our Cadbury World adventure. After the demonstration, we eagerly headed to the chocolate making section. Here we marveled at stunning chocolate sculptures displayed through windows and watched as factory workers crafted chocolate right before our eyes. It was a fascinating glimpse into the craftsmanship behind Cadbury's delicious creations. The highlight of the section was getting to taste the chocolate ourselves. We were given the option to choose up to 2 toppings, and we personally opted for white chocolate buttons and mini marshmallows. They served the delectable treat in a cup, making for a delicious and memorable experience. Next, we move on to the next section, only to be met with a very long line. This was the biggest drawback of the entire experience. Signs indicated the expected wait time, and we found ourselves starting at the 50-minute mark. Unfortunately, we weren't informed about what we were waiting for, and there were no employees around to provide any guidance. There were a few windows where we could watch workers creating chocolate and some displays with chocolates, but this did little to entertain us during the long wait. This part of the experience was quite disappointing, especially for a 50-minute wait. As we inched closer in line, we finally saw signs indicating we were about to embark on the Cadbury Chocolate Quest ride. However, even at this point, we were still about 30 minutes away from the ride. This long and uneventful wait was undoubtedly the worst part of our visit, making it difficult to maintain the excitement we had built up throughout the day. Finally, we approached the next section, Advertising Avenue. As we slowly advanced in line, the atmosphere transformed, with the roof and walls resembling chocolate, bringing us back into an immersive chocolatey experience. This provided some much-needed entertainment while we waited to get on the Cadbury Chocolate Quest ride. Old posters and signs relating to Cadbury's advertising adorned the walls, offering a nostalgic look at how things have changed over the years. There were even short interactive video quizzes, which added a fun and engaging element as we got closer. When we finally reached the front of the line, we were greeted by a video featuring Fredo, who introduced the ride and set the stage for what was to come. This engaging presentation helped reignite our excitement and anticipation for the Cadbury Chocolate Quest ride, making the wait feel worthwhile. Finally, after almost an hour of waiting in line, it was time to jump on board the Cadbury Chocolate Quest ride. We traveled through 3D sets, virtual screens, and special effects, zapping and gathering ingredients along the way. The ride was fantastic fantastic and definitely a hit with the kids. However, considering the almost hour-long wait, we personally felt it didn't quite justify the time spent in line. Despite this, it was a fun and engaging experience. At the end of the ride, we were treated to a delicious Cadbury chocolate, wrapping up the ride on a sweet note. We were then led into the world's biggest Cadbury shop, ready to explore more chocolatey delights. Inside the world's biggest Cadbury shop, we were greeted by an incredible variety of choices. The shop featured an extensive range of Cadbury chocolates, merchandise, cookbooks, gifts, clothing, and more. There was even a factory seconds room offering boxes of discounted chocolates. The sheer abundance of chocolatey delights and unique Cadbury-themed items made this a paradise for any chocolate lover. Whether you were looking for gifts, souvenirs, or just a sweet treat for yourself, there was something for everyone. It was the perfect way to end our Cadbury World adventure, surrounded by all things chocolate. After having a great time at Cadbury World, we made our way to the Bourneville Experience. Upon entering, we were greeted with a room dedicated to showcasing the rich history of Bourneville. From a detailed scale model of the town to an informative historical timeline, and even interactive viewing goggles, we gained great insight into the town's history and its deep connection to Cadbury. As we continued through the experience, we encountered large displays of vintage Cadbury merchandise, including toys, books, chocolates, gifts, assortments. Anything Cadbury ever made was likely found in this fascinating museum. Walking through the different exhibits was like stepping back in time and seeing the evolution of the brand. At the end of the museum, we found ourselves in another line. Although we weren't initially sure what we were waiting for, the 20-minute wait was made more enjoyable by a video about Bourneville and engaging wall posters and decor. As we got closer to the front, we realized it was almost time for the chocolate doodling station, where we would get up close and personal with the chocolate in a fun and creative way. Here, we were given bottles of liquid chocolate and got the chance to doodle with it. We attempted to doodle Travels Unfiltered, and trust us, it was much harder than it looks. After our fun yet challenging chocolate doodling, we headed over to the chocolate tempering station to try our hand at this intricate process. Both of these hands-on experiences were incredibly enjoyable. Everyone, regardless of age, adults, kids, teenagers, or the elderly, had a fantastic time. It was a wonderful way to engage with chocolate on a personal level after learning so much about it throughout our visit. Getting our hands dirty, literally, and having fun with chocolate made for a great and memorable experience. It was a perfect note to end on, leaving us with sweet memories of our time at Cadbury World. Overall, we had a fantastic time at Cadbury World. It was educational, fun, and interactive in all the best ways. Plus, we got to enjoy some delicious chocolate along the way. For us, this was definitely a bucket list experience, reminiscent of a Cadbury version of Disneyland on a smaller scale. There were some minor drawbacks, such as the long lines, a few mundane videos, and dated animations. However, most of the experience was truly great. It made for a fun day out, not just for kids or young families, but also for adults. Whether you're traveling solo, with friends, or with kids, we highly recommend checking out Cadbury World in Birmingham. One thing we would do differently is to visit on a weekday. We went on a weekend, and we think it would be much quieter and more enjoyable on weekdays, especially for adults and tourists. We also regret not booking the character afternoon tea. If you get the chance, we recommend it. It offers great photo moments and interactions you'll never forget. Plus, some of the food looked absolutely delicious, which is reason enough to give it a try. You can book your tickets to Cadbury World Birmingham by heading to the link in the description box of this video, or scanning the QR code on the screen. If you're planning a trip to Birmingham, then you need to check out our Birmingham travel guide playlist. It has everything you need to know to make your vacation amazing, like the best places to stay, must-see attractions, and much more. As always, don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more travel tips and videos, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. See you next time!